Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Random Mayhem. Today is a Friday, October 7th, 2022, and I am your hostess, Be Random. Gotta tell you guys, this is my fourth rodeo for this video. I was having audio problems. Let's just say I started yesterday, October 6th. Nothing worked out. And here we are. Happy Friday. So, what I did something a little bit different this time. For those that aren't quite sure, I promote small businesses. It's fun to look around the country and see what you can find in your local communities. So, that's what I'm doing. And for some of you who don't know, I spend quite a bit of my time in the Santa Surfing Locals community. I like it because, it's a lot smaller. You can engage in better conversation and, I just enjoy it. So, what I did, I posted in the chat that if any of the fellow surfers had, a city, state, whatever in mind that they would like me to search for small businesses, to let me know. And I had pretty good feedback for that. So enough to where I need to do a part 1 and a part 2. So this video right here is going to be a part 1. Um, so forgive me for short circuiting because I just did already and it's first thing in the morning. It's what I do best. What we're going to do, I'm going to kind of do it in the order that I got my response. I'm going to use everyone's handles that they use in the chats. So we're going to start with Winter Wren, Handmade. She chose Warren, Oregon, but she also personally has her very own Etsy shop. So we're going to highlight her shop real quick before we move on to the location she wanted me to highlight. So what she does, she makes handmade cold press soaps. Um, I went on her Etsy and I've heard through, the surfer community and everything. She has great reviews, okay? Fantastic reviews. And, with the prices of everything in the stores and all that, her prices are really good for handmade products. I mean, for the quality you get for handmade compared to what you're paying for nastiness in the stores, these are phenomenal prices. And, this kind of stuff makes really pretty gifts, stocking stuffers, or if you buy, enough to make like a kit or, something like that, it would be a phenomenal Christmas gift. And as you know, we have Christmas coming up very shortly. What's really cool about this also is she said she got her inspiration to start doing this because she personally was gifted like handmade cold press soaps, and it inspired her to start creating her own. Inspiration comes from everywhere. So, there's shampoo bars, soaps, creams, deodorant, uh, just salves. So just, check this out. It's um, Winter and Handmade in the Etsy store. I will put our link in the description box below, though. So, all of the sites that I put up, except for one on this video because she doesn't have one, I always put the links in the description box below so you don't have to remember. It makes it very easy to find that way. So moving on, we are going to go to Warren, Oregon. Um, and the first place, actually, she recommended me to do a shout out for. It's called Nan's on Third. It's a women's consignment boutique. And, I sometimes try to give a little bit of a backstory if I can find a good one. But on this site, she has her very, very own intro video. So I am going to play it for you. And I mean, it obviously comes better from her mouth anyway. So I'm going to play her intro for you so you can see what she's about. And honestly, her little music that she's got going on for her intro gives a nice little beat. So don't even lie, y'all know you're going to do a chair dance to it. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Julie Fagerquist, and I want to welcome you to Nan's on Third Consignment Boutique. 40 plus years ago, my mother started a resale shop called Nan's Glad Rags. Since then, we moved to downtown Hillsboro on 3rd Avenue, and we specialize in high-quality women's resale clothing. If you're interested in consigning at Nan's, you can look on our website for information on the days and hours we accept consignments and also our policies. And an added convenience is we just started an online store. We are open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And our location is on 3rd Avenue between Main and Washington. We carry all the popular brands from size 0 to 3X. So we freshen the racks daily, so it's a good idea to come in often to see what's new and maybe you can find that hidden treasure. So we hope to see you.
See, no, don't even lie. Y'all know you did a chair dance to that. You can't tell me you can't tell me you didn't. I know you did. I know you did. I know you did. So there. Anyway, that is Nan's on the Third Women's Consignment Boutique in Warren, Oregon. Now the next place I found, and if you've seen in some of my videos, I look for local farmers and things like that that sell direct to customer. And I found Overcast Farm in Warren, Oregon. And what's cool about this, they are a younger couple, first generation farmers. So, they started in 2019, so only a couple years, right? What's cool though is, something that I talk about also, they said they could not have done it without the support of their community. And, that's what I talk about a lot, keeping things in the community. We are trying so hard to get out of this matrix that we've been pushed in for God only knows how many years before I was born, right? Um, excuse me. And we're looking for, quality foods, quality products, quality everything, trying to keep our monies within our communities, supporting small businesses, getting out of you know, the mass produced garbage that, you know, they try to convince us is good for us and things like that, right? So anyway, yeah, this is Overcast Farm. Um, and what I read was they on the weekends they have like a little farm stand, probably I would imagine at the end or the edge of their property, right? And so on the weekends you can go and purchase fresh flowers, herbs, vegetables, and things like that straight from them. And that's why I've been looking for places like this. First of all, you cut out the middleman. Um, pricing and quality cannot be beat when you're buying directly from the farmers. So I really wanted to highlight them, for that reason and the fact that they, decided it was something they wanted to do. And now they can, pass this on for, generations. When they start a family, they can teach their own kids and so on. And I just wanted to scroll so you could see a couple of pictures. Look at that. So there you have it. That is Overcast Farm in Warren, Oregon. Now, my next story, this is the one where I do not have a website for her, but I took a photo because this is very unique and um, something that, we hopefully, those of us that are paying attention to what's going on, we are moving in the direction of humanitarian works and being like one with each other in communities and things like that. It's important to develop these kind of things, and it's to get out of that rat race, and it's not all about me, and you know just creating a better future, I should say. So the owner of this place is called Gypsy's Cottage. It is in Warren, yep, Warren, Oregon. Located on Old Douglas Road. She says not far from Route 9. Um, and she said, people don't even realize it's there. It's, on the front of her property. She purchased this small, it's like an 8-foot octagon shape, um, little cottage type. She renovated it for her purposes. And what she does, this is so neat. She makes little handmade products like, you know, just handmade things. She said like things like even stones she'll paint like heart and moon designs on them. She has like wooden products that children can paint. Um, she has poetry books that she published herself. Now, so most of the things in here are handmade. She said she does purchase a couple new things, and her husband donates CDs and DVDs. But here's the kicker. First of all, this is open all the time. She does recommend that you go during the day because there is no electricity, and you kind of need light to see what's in there. But here it is. Everything in there is for free. She makes it to, if somebody needs something or, would like to find a gift for someone. Um, she fills it with her, her own creations. She the doors open. You just go in and pick what you want. She said some people leave donations like, possibly sea glass or something, which I'm sure she turns around and uses towards other handmade products. And it's free. And she said she does it because, it's uplifting to her. And, she said one of, she has this fantasy that more people in the world will do things like this. Just making things to give, just spending it making things to give to other people, and you never know, sometimes when you're a little down, you get that little pocket rock or something that has a cute little picture on it, and it can just put a smile on your face. And that's what she's doing. She's creating to make other people happy which in turn makes her happy. And that's what being and doing humanitarian works is all about. And that's why I felt this was so important to highlight her. She's so unique. And, if there's other people out there that you've heard of that do things like this, please let me know. I just think it's so very important. So, moving on, our next stop is Poway. I think I pronounced that right, California. It is in the San Diego area. Um, this city was recommended by End49X. This particular place, Donutopolis, was recommended specifically by him. He said this is one of his weekend stops. Now, I gotta tell you, if Donutopolis was in my neighborhood, it would be mine also. There is nothing like airy, melt in your mouth, frosted, sprinkled, sugary deliciousness. Nothing like it. You all know, you know. But anyway, this is a small family owned business. Obviously, their specialty is donuts. They have other baked treats. They have gourmet coffees and teas. Um, let's see. Oh, I don't want to go too far ahead of myself because there's something else on here. They have croissants. Croissants are delicious. We love croissants. Bagels, muffles. What the heckle jackal? Muffins, things like that. They also have, if you get yourself all sugared up and need to come down a little bit, you can. They have a good selection of deli meats and sandwiches also, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? If that's what it takes, because deli sandwiches are delicious too. I'm not gonna lie. So, anyway, check this out. Now, I'm highlighting this. I personally have a birthday coming up. If I woke up to this bad boy, this birthday donut, of course, you couldn't put candles in mine, so I'm about to be the big five. Oh my gosh. And my candles would probably melt the whole damn thing down. So, remove the candles. Imagine waking up to that stack of pure sugar deliciousness with a big bowl. I'm not talking about a large cup, I'm talking about a big bowl with a handle on it. Cup of gourmet coffee. Now, I'm in the Midwest. So, we'd like to do half and halves, like half tea, half lemonade, stuff like that. One of the best winter half and halves that would be perfectly delicious with that stack of sugary goodness would be a big bowl with a handle on it, half and half hot chocolate, half coffee. Not cappuccino. I mean, personally, I know people out there love cappuccinos, but me, I think, I don't know what it is. It leaves a funky aftertaste, right? But if you mix half hot chocolate, it's a perfect blend of sweet and chocolate. Then you put the coffee, you mix it with the coffee, and it takes away some of the too sweet. I'll tell you what, if I had a bowl of coffee, half and half coffee, hot chocolate, with that beautiful stack of sprinkled sugary deliciousness to wake up to on my birthday, I would be one happy camper all day long, right? So, anyway, I did want to highlight this place. Again, that's in Poway, Washington. And if you're in that area, fantastic. But it's also good to know about these places too if you're ever traveling because no matter what, no matter where you are, you like those finds. You like to know where to go, right? We don't need to go to the Walmarts and the Costco's and the blah blahs. Let's look for the mom and pop shops, right? You're gonna get better stuff anyway. You know how sometimes when you're looking for the restaurants and people direct you to some place that looks like the dingiest dive in the world and you walk in and you never want to leave because they have the most phenomenal food in the world. That's what I'm talking about right there. Anyway, moving right along, we're going to another round of deliciousness. This place is called Goldie Pops. It is um, kettle crafted popcorn, right? So, one of the reasons I wanted to highlight this is because, um, you know, it's never too late, I guess is what I want to say. When, you get ideas and things like that and life gets in your way and you kind of forget about them, push them to the side, and then some years later it pops back into your mind and you're like, man, I wish I would have done that, whatever. Well, that doesn't mean you can't. This is a prime example. From the story I read, he um, went to like a fair, a festival, whatever, and they had kettle corn there, and he absolutely loved it. So he learned how to make it himself, right? And played around with seasonings and whatever, and started giving it to his friends and family as like just making it for them or gifting and things like that. So fast forward 25 years, and his mother, who at this time was, I believe he said, in her 90s, asked him, when are you going to start that popcorn business? And his response was, right now. So we're talking, this is a 25-year span where the idea first came to him, right? So I believe this was also in about 2019. So it's only been a few years, guys. Um, and he, you know, played around with, well, not played around, I shouldn't say that, with, he went through and, like, basically, I guess you would use the word inspected, like, over 20 different types of kernels and things like that until he found something he was satisfied with. Um, so his kernels are non GMO. He uses non GMO coconut oil. His popcorn is gluten free. He uses Himalayan salt. He uses organic sugar and all natural flavors. So I mean, he even has a vegan popcorn here. But here's another place, rave reviews. Um, and obviously you can, find the products online, but also go online because this is how you will find them locally. Um, they're at a couple different farmers markets. So to find them, you have to know what day of the week they're at which farmers market and their hours and such. But that's how you find them. They are at the farmers markets in the San Diego area. So, you know, if you're interested, because like kettle corn, and here again, Christmas is coming up, and people like to gift those big tins of stale popcorn. Well, why not gift them with like pure, delicious, handmade popcorn, right? And he said something about how, like, even after it's in the freezer, it's delicious. So that's, a good way to keep things fresh if you're going to gift things. So yeah, definitely check this out. It's called Goldie Pops. Um, they're in the San Diego area. I again will have their link in the description box below. so you can find them. And there you have it. Now, this next place, excuse me, is another great concept. This is in Poway, California, also. And I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's possible not, but regardless, we're in the San Diego area. Um, anyway, this concept is really cool. And again, time. Okay, think I'm gonna tell you her story. The owner's name is Tara. Um, she likes to do like artsy things, anything creative really that she can, create, make. But she said one of the things she loves to do is, pottery painting, right? And some years ago, she had a job where she worked at a paint your own pottery studio. And she said that was probably, her most favorite job she ever had. And, said if she could ever do it someday, she would like to have her own studio like that. Well, here we go. Let's fast forward 15 years. Again, she had that spark. The opportunity came 15 years later. So don't ever think it's too late, right? Anyway, not only did she do that, she took it a step further and thought outside of the box. And what she does is um, basically host parties, right? Um, and the concept is she brings it to you. So, when you book an event with her and she has things that, you know, children can do if you wanted to have a children's painting party or more intricate things for adults, you know. So you book, your event, you choose like your theme, your product, and she brings it all to you. She sets everything up, and here's the beauty. She cleans everything up too. You don't have to fire the cleaning fairies that always hide from you and you wind up having to do it anyway. I'm always looking for my kitchen fairies. They're hiding because they don't want me to fire them. I'm always doing their job. Same with the house cleaning fairies. I'm waiting to find them because I'm trying very hard to fire them, but they're just hiding from me right now, and I have to do their job. Anyway, so yeah, she brings everything that's needed, the product you chose, the paints, the materials. I even read in there she brings the aprons, that you can wear so you don't mess up your clothing. And the only thing that you have to provide, obviously, is the space where you're hosting your gathering or event and the tables and chairs. That's what you provide. She brings everything, sets it up, cleans it up, and this is, arts, if you're not used to doing arts and crafts, but, even if you like to do, work with your hands, you don't have to be like phenomenal at at anything in specific. You're at events to have a good time. You never know how things are going to turn out. And, if you're not artsy at all, I just recommend, drink a couple glasses of wine and blame it on that. You never know. Might turn out great that way. It would be great anyway, just because it's something you did and, to be proud of. But yeah, I again wanted to touch base on that because, several years went by and she was able to do what she wanted to do. And, that's so important. So that's where we're going to stop with our cities today, because I'm trying to make my videos a little shorter and I'll talk all day long and make a day long video if I allow myself. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I want to keep you guys interested and looking and things like that. So normally, also to end it, I normally put my spread shops up. I have two spread shops. I do graphics, and I upload my graphics to put on, you know, clothing, mugs, things like that. And if you're not familiar with Spreadshop, it's just like Teesprings. But I have two. I'm not going to pop them up today, but my links again are in the description box below if you would like to check out my Spreadshops. But what I did put on here, I create like digital download products, right? I have a couple of, I have like wall groupings, like trios, and I also have a couple of activity books, just cute little activity books, right? Um, the trios, the wall groupings, they're $5 for a grouping. My activity book, it's only 8 pages, it's $1. My ABC Adventures coloring book is two. Again, they're digital downloads. But I created this PDF. I call it like my little PDF catalog, right? Which doesn't cost, obviously. It's just so you can look and see what I have. You know, you can request, I can send you the PDF of it. Just hit me up at randommayhem49@gmail.com. Say, hey, you know, give me your dang catalog. I'll be like, okay. And I'll email it to you. Simple, simple, simple. So I did want to touch on that real quick. And then before we sign off our video 2, we are going to Quarterly Idaho, recommended by Salty Sandy. We are also going to Princeton, Wisconsin, recommended by Rock of Faith. And then I'm hoping I say his last name correctly, Herman Bomiller. We are going, he said, he chose this place, he said, just because the name sounds cool. We are going to Walla Walla, Washington, and that is a great reason to go to Walla Walla, Washington, just because it's like, I mean, say it fast a lot of times. Walla Walla, Washington. It's a cool name. Why not? So we're gonna go there. I do have my stores ready for Idaho. These two came in a little bit after I was prepping for that, so I still have to prep for these two cities right here before I do my next video. So that's what I'm going to do today. Hopefully I can get another video out later today. If not, it'll be first thing tomorrow because, baby boy's been sick and time just keeps getting away from me and I don't like this much time in between videos. So, with that being said, you all have a good day. I love you all. Bye.